Phonode 1, Exercise 1. You have just come back from your summer holidays in England. When you were in London, you did most of the tourist sites of the capital.
Now answer the following questions, and note the verbs used. Number 1. What did you do on the 1st of August? On the 1st of August, I watched the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. Number 2. What did you do on the 2nd of August? On the 2nd of August, I went to see a play at the National Theatre. Number 3. What did you do on the 3rd of August? On the 3rd of August, I went to see the Crown Jewels at the Tower of London. Number 4. What did you do on the 4th of August? On the 4th of August, I went shopping in Oxford Street. Number 5. What did you do on the 5th of August? On the 5th of August, I visited London Zoo in Regent's Park. Number 6. What did you do on the 6th of August? On the 6th of August, I visited the Houses of Parliament. Number 7. What did you do on the 7th of August? On the 7th of August, I visited Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park. Number 8. What did you do on the 8th of August? On the 8th of August, I visited the British Museum in Bloomsbury. Number 9. What did you do on the 9th of August? On the 9th of August, I visited the National Gallery in Trafalgar Square. Number 10. What did you do on the 10th of August? On the 10th of August, I went on a boat trip down the Thames to Greenwich. End of Exercise 1. Exercise 2. You have decided to plan your next holiday right away. You are in a travel agent's office, and the agent is asking you questions about your wishes. Reply using the information given. Number 1. How long would you like to spend in Italy? I'd like to spend 10 days in Italy. Number 2. How long would you like to spend in Switzerland? I'd like to spend a weekend in Switzerland. Number 3. How long would you like to spend in France? I'd like to spend 1.5 weeks in France. Number 4. How long would you like to spend in the UK? I'd like to spend a couple of days in the UK. Number 5. How long would you like to spend in the States? I'd like to spend a fortnight in the States. Number 6. What kind of ticket would you like? I'd like a return ticket. Number 7. What class would you like to travel? I'd like to travel economy class. Number 8. What fare would you like to pay? I'd like an excursion ticket. Now reply using the verb prefer. Number 9. Which airline would you prefer to fly on? I'd prefer to fly on Tunis Air. Number 10. What kind of seat would you prefer? I'd prefer a non-smoking seat. Number 11. What kind of accommodation would you prefer in the UK? I'd prefer bed and breakfast accommodation in the UK.
Number 12. What stopover would you prefer on the way back?
I'd prefer a stopover in London. End of exercise 2. Exercise 3. Listen to the tones in the following words and write H, M, or L if they are high, medium, or low. Number 1. Me. Number 2. Who. Number 3. No. Number 4. Why? Number 5. So. Number 6. Come. Number 7. Never. Number 8. Me. Number 9. Up. Number 10. Down. Now listen to the tones in the following words and write R or F if they are rising or falling. Number 1. How? Number 2. Where? Number 3. How? Number 4. When? Number 5. Now. Number 6. Here. Number 7. Now. Number 8. So. Number 9. Where? Number 10. There. Exercise 4. Conversational idioms. Take the part of B in the following exchanges. Number 1. I can see you don't like to hurry. No, I like to take my time. Number 2. I feel so angry I could kill you. Please, take it easy. I didn't mean it. Number 3. Number 3. How did you like London? I'm afraid I didn't take to it at all. Number 4. Phew, I'm really tired. Why don't you take a break? Number 5. I haven't got all that much money. Okay, let's try a Chinese takeaway. Number 6. He's a most obstinate person. Yes, he takes after his father there. End of exercise 4. Exercise 5. Interview. A professor gives his views on pollution in cities.
When I say that most of our cities are dying, I really do mean that.
You mean they're dying physically?
They're dying physically, yes. If you think of most city centres where there's heavy traffic, and that means almost any city in the world today, some of the oldest and finest buildings are crumbling, literally falling to pieces, bit by bit.
You mean the foundations?
I mean exactly. The foundations, on the one hand, are being shaken by all the heavy traffic that passes by, and on the other hand, the materials that they're made of, the bricks and mortar, exactly, are being eaten away slowly by all the fumes from the traffic that passes by.
But this is a very slow process, isn't it?
Oh, yes, certainly.
I mean, you can't actually...
You can't actually see it, no. You go past these buildings every day and you just don't notice. But it's happening all the same. It's going on in front of your own eyes, even though you can't actually see it.
In what other ways are our cities being destroyed?
Well, really, I think far more serious things are happening. Buildings can be replaced, but everybody knows what's happening to the air in our cities. You can hardly breathe it anymore in many places. Think of the noise. Nowadays, most city centres are simply too noisy to live in. I think that's far more serious.
And you believe that the main cause of all this is the motor car?
It isn't the only cause. There are other causes, but I think it's the main cause. We've got to live with the motor car, certainly. Well, we can't do without it. Everybody knows this. But we've got to become its master, not its slave.
Now listen and repeat in the spaces given.
Phonode 2. Exercise 1. Last week was a busy and enjoyable one. Here are the details. Now answer.
Number 4. How did you spend Thursday morning? I spent Thursday morning attending lectures at the faculty. How did you spend Thursday afternoon?
I spent Thursday afternoon listening to the latest hits on the radio.
Number 5. How did you spend Friday morning? I spent Friday morning shopping in town. How did you spend Friday afternoon?
I spent Friday afternoon chatting with the family. How did you spend Saturday morning?
I spent Saturday morning playing tennis. How did you spend Saturday afternoon? I spent Saturday afternoon watching TV. Number 7. How did you spend Sunday morning? I spent Sunday morning strolling round Sidi Bou Said. How did you spend Sunday afternoon?
I spent Sunday afternoon having a siesta.
End of exercise 1. Exercise 2. Conversations in English often contain short answers which agree with or contradict previous statements. Respond to the following sentences with such short answers, beginning yes or no as indicated. Number 1. The weather's awful. No, it isn't. Number 2. He's late. Yes, he is. Number 3. Term starts next week. No, it doesn't. Number 4. I suppose it always rains at this time of year. Yes, it does. Number 5. He always gives us the results. No, he doesn't. Number 6. I take it you all understand this all right? No, we don't. Number 7. I suppose we have to wait. Yes, we do. Number 8. We can't go there now. Yes, we can. Number 9. One can always cheat. No, one can't. Number 10. The oral exams will take all day. No, they won't. Number 11. I hope it won't rain. Yes, it will. Number 12. I think the students found it difficult.
Yes, they did.
Number 13. Milton came up last year. No, he didn't. Number 14. The intonation sentences were difficult. Yes, they were. Number 15. We're going to have Shakespeare in the orals. No, we're not. Number 16. I hope you've all taken part 2 of the exam. Yes, we have. Number 17. I assume you've all read it. No, we haven't. Number 18. He's handed out all the sheets. No, he hasn't. Number 19. She'd already finished the letter. No, she hadn't. Number 20. I thought they'd gone home. Yes, they had. End of exercise 2. Exercise 3. Listen to the following words and write R or F, depending on whether the intonation is rising or falling. Number 1. No. Number 2. Yes. Number 3. So. Number 4. If. Number 5. Who. Number 6. How. Number 7. Where. Number 8. Here. Number 9. There. Number 10. Us.
Number 11. Ever. Number 12. Hello. Number 13. Over. Number 14. Happy. Number 15. Today. Exercise 4. Phrasal verbs. Take the part of B in the following exchanges. Number 1. Why didn't he turn up? I'm afraid he was taken ill. Number 2. Was it news to her? Yes, she was completely taken aback by it. Number 3. He simply wouldn't get up and go. You mean he wouldn't take the hint? Number 4. The English are hopeless at business. I take exception to that remark. Number 5. Many of the crops were destroyed. Yes, the recent storms have taken their toll. Number 6. The lecture was very hard to follow. You mean you couldn't take it in? Exercise 5. Interview. 2 people are interviewed about the problem of noise and pollution. One is a young student. She lives near a large airport outside London. The second is an architect.
What's it like to live here?
It's dreadful. Well, listen, wait till this has gone over and I'll tell you. Well, I grew up here. It used to be much quieter when I went to school here.
Mm-hmm.
But now the noise seems to be getting worse and worse and...
Because of the airport?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's always been here, of course, but the traffic's much heavier than it used to be. And the aeroplanes seem much noisier than they were. They seem to go over lower than they did a few years ago. Or perhaps it's only that they've got bigger.
Mm. Well, why don't you people protest?
Well, but we do. We have protested. We protest all the time to the airport authorities and... Oh, yes, last month we went up to London to see our MP.
What happened?
Nothing happened, absolutely nothing. I mean, well, politicians in London don't have to live with this noise, do they? You can tell it's dreadful for us.
We'll have to deal with all sorts of pollution or we simply won't be able to live on the planet any longer.
Mm.
We pollute our rivers and lakes, use them as if they were sewers.
Mm.
But how are we going to get enough drinking water in a few years' time if we don't clean them up soon? That's only a very minor example, by the way. A noise. Perhaps some people get used to it, but a lot of people can't and don't.
Mm.
I wonder how you'd feel, for instance, if you weren't able to sleep properly, if night after night planes thundered over your head or lorries thundered by your window. If you had to close the windows even in the middle of the summer, on hot nights. You know, it isn't just a few nice rivers and lakes that are being murdered. The whole planet is. And it isn't just a few people who have to live with intolerable noise today. Millions of people do. I don't know what else to say. Something will have to be done, and very soon.
Well, it's going to cost a lot of money. Can we afford to spend it all?
A better question, can we afford not to?
Now listen and repeat. Second year. Phonode 3. Exercise 1. You have been arrested and charged with murder. Now you are in court trying to prove your innocence. You are being cross-examined about your movements and activities on the day of the murder. Answer the following questions using the information given. Question 1. What were you doing at 8 a.m.? At 8 a.m. I was having breakfast at home. Question 2. What were you doing at 8:15 a.m.? At 8:15 I was going to work in my car. Question 3. What were you doing at 9 a.m.? At 9 a.m. I was working in my office. Question 4. What were you doing at 10 a.m.? At 10 a.m., I was having a coffee in a nearby cafe. Question 5. What were you doing at 11:30 a.m.? At 11:30 a.m. I was taking money to the bank. Question 6. What were you doing at 12:30? At 12:30 I was having lunch in a restaurant. Question 7. What were you doing at 1 p.m.? At 1 p.m. I was shopping near my office. Question 8. What were you doing at 2:30 p.m.? At 2:30 p.m. I was interviewing a business client. Question 9. What were you doing at 3 p.m.? At 3 p.m. I was having an important discussion with the managing director. Question 10. What were you doing at 4:30 p.m.? At 4:30 p.m. I was walking from my office to the car park. Question 11. What were you doing at 5 p.m.? At 5 p.m. I was driving home. Question 12. What were you doing at 5:30 p.m.? At 5:30 p.m. I was buying provisions in a supermarket near my home. Question 13. What were you doing at 6:30? At 6:30 I was having dinner at home. Question 14. What were you doing at 9:30 p.m.? At 9:30 p.m. I was watching the news on TV. Question 15. What were you doing at 10 p.m.? At 10 p.m. I was having a bath. Question 16. What were you doing at 11:30 p.m.? At 11:30 p.m. I was in bed. End of exercise 1. Exercise 2. Here are the details of the cinema programs in town for this week and last week. Make a sentence for each film. Listen to this example of number 1. This week the Curzon is showing The Bandit. Now you do the same. Number 1, this week. This week the Curzon is showing The Bandit. Last week. Last week the Curzon was showing The Longest Day. Number 2, this week. This week the Classic is showing D-Day. Last week. Last week the Classic was showing The Collector. Number 3, this week. This week the Gaumont is showing A Fistful of Dollars. Last week. Last week the Gaumont was showing Star Wars. Number 4, this week. This week the Ambassador is showing Lord of the Flies. Last week. Last week the Ambassador was showing The Time Machine. Number 5, this week. This week the Gate is showing The Long Goodbye. Last week. Last week the Gate was showing Planet of the Apes. Number 6, this week. This week the Carthage is showing The Taming of the Shrew. Last week. Last week the Carthage was showing Death on the Nile. End of exercise 2. Exercise 3. Listen to the following words and write R if they have a rising tune and F if they have a falling tune. Number 1. Pardon? Number 2. Every. Number 3. Hello? Number 4. Really? Number 5. Always. Number 6. Where? Number 7. There. Number 8. Here? Number 9. 2. Number 10. Why? Exercise 4. Phrasal verbs. take the part of B in the following exchanges. Number 1. I haven't seen much of Tunisia so far. Why don't you buy a car? Then you could get about more. Number 2. They were covered with rubble in the earthquake. You mean the rescuers couldn't get at them? Number 3. I played a nasty trick on him later. You mean you got your own back on him? Number 4. Nobody saw the accident. There were no witnesses. You mean he got away with it? Number 5. Why do you work so hard? I want to get ahead. Number 6. You look worn out. Yes, this hot weather is getting me down. End of exercise 4.
Exercise 5. Listen to the following interview and then read through it in the spaces provided, trying to copy the intonation of the voices.
Everybody in journalism, every reporter wants to work on one of the big national newspapers. But most of us have to start on one of the small local papers.
What's the difference between a local and a national paper?
Well, a local paper circulates in a town or in a particular area. They always have small circulations. Some of the smallest may have circulations of only 2,000.
Now, you work for a local paper, don't you?
Yes.
How big is its circulation?
28,000. About 28,000.
And what about the national newspapers? How big are their circulations?
Oh, they can have huge circulations. Really huge. 4 million, even 8 million.
But the Times and the Guardian, they have much smaller circulations. I mean, less than 1 million, isn't that right?
Yes, but you see, they're what we call quality papers. They're different.
Different? In what way? How are they different?
Well, first of all, there's a big difference in the sort of readers the two papers get. If you look at a popular national paper, you usually see a pretty girl in a bathing suit, or even less, on one of the first pages. You'll see more pictures in a popular paper
than you will in a quality one.
Yes, and they'll give you a different angle to the news, treat it differently.
How will they treat it differently?
I remember an example. A few years ago, a girl failed her driving test. Or rather, the examiner refused to give her her driving test because he thought her skirt was too short. He told her to go home and change her skirt.
Because he thought her skirt was too short?
Yes. Yeah. Now, in one of the popular papers, the Daily Mirror, in fact, this was on the first page, and 8 paragraphs were written about it. There was also a picture of the girl, of course, in her short skirt.
Yes.
But in a quality paper, the Daily Telegraph, the same story was on a back page, and only 2 paragraphs were written about it.
And was there a photograph?
Of course not.
Now listen and repeat. Phonode 4. Exercise 1. Answer the following questions using the information provided. Number 1. When did you go to England? I went to England in 1977. 2. What did you buy in the market? I bought a pound of tomatoes. 3. When did they come to live in Tunis? They came to live in Tunis last year. 4. What did you hear then? I heard a loud explosion. 5. What did he say to you? He told me to go home. 6. What did you eat last night? We ate lots and lots of spaghetti. 7. Did you break something? Yes, I broke a large plate. 8. Where did he first teach? He first taught in Africa. 9. Where did you find the car? We found the car in the car park. 10. When did Baxter arrest Coke? Baxter arrested Coke 5 years ago. 11. When did you accept the invitation? I accepted the invitation last week. 12. Who did they protest to? They protested to their MP. 13. When did you meet him? I met him in 1976. 14. What did she beat the child with? She beat the child with a stick. 15. How did he cut the cloth? He cut the cloth with a pair of scissors. 16. What kind of songs did you sing? We sang folk songs. 17. Did you catch any fish?
I caught a man-eating shark.
18. Where did he lie down? He lay down in the next room. 19. Why did he lie? He lied because he felt guilty. 20. How long did you hang around? We hung around for half an hour. 21. When did he ring up? He rang up at 6. 22. When did production rise? Production rose in the late 60s. 23. When did the Chancellor raise the price of petrol? The Chancellor raised the price of petrol in the last budget. 24. When did consumption fall? Consumption fell in 1980. End of Exercise 1. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions using the information given. Number 1. How many children do they have now? They have 4 children now. How many children did they have when they lived in London? They had 2 children when they lived in London. 2. How many lectures do you have this term? We have 24 lectures this term. How many lectures did you have last term? We had 22 lectures last term. 3. How many records does he have now? He has 30 records now. How many records did he have at that time? He had 10 records at that time. 4. What kind of a house do they have now? They have a large house now. What kind of a house did they have when they lived in town? They had a small house when they lived in town. 5. What kind of degree does she have now? She has an MA now. What kind of degree did she have in 1968? She had a BA in 1968. 6. What kind of car do you have now? I have a small car now. What kind of car did you have when petrol was cheap? I had a large American car when petrol was cheap. 7. What kind of music does he like now? He likes pop music now. What kind of music did he like when he was at university? He liked classical music when he was at university. Eight. What kind of books does he read now? He reads mainly history books now. What kind of books did he read when he was younger? He read novels when he was younger. 9. How much money did he have then? He had a lot of money then. How much money does he have now? He has practically no money now. 10. How many subjects did we have last year? We had 4 subjects last year. How many subjects do we have this year? We have 5 subjects this year. End of exercise 2. Exercise 3. Listen to the tunes in the following questions and write R if they rise or F if they fall. Number 1. Where are you going? Where are you going? Number 2. Are you there? Are you there? Number 3. Can you? Can you? Number 4. Who's that? Who's that? Number 5. Are you a student? Are you a student? Number 6. When does it start? When does it start? Number 7. Who told you? Who told you? Number 8. Is he coming tomorrow? Is he coming tomorrow? Now take your headphones off and correct your answers. Exercise 4. Conversational idioms. Take the part of B in the following exchanges. Number 1. Why don't you come to the concert with us? I don't go in for that sort of thing. Number 2.
I've never seen such goings-on in my life. You mean they were badly behaved? 3. Don't let the fire go out. Okay, I'll keep my eye on it. 4. But it's terribly expensive. All right, I'll go halves with you. 5. You look exhausted. I've been on the go all day. 6. Nobody else was interested. Why don't you go it alone? 7. I'm having second thoughts about it. So you're not going to go through with it? Exercise 5.
Used to believe that there were canals on Mars. Isn't that right?
Ah, yes, canals, yes.
So-called canals.
Yes, people have been talking about them for a long time now, since about 1877, in fact.
Mm-hmm. What happened then, in 1877?
Well, at that time, there was an Italian astronomer named Schiaparelli, and he noticed some dark markings on the surface of Mars and called them canali in Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, doesn't necessarily mean canals in English. Well, anyway, later there was an American named Lowell, and he spent some 20 years studying these markings, and he said they were canals.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and furthermore, he said that intelligent beings had put them there, and that these canals were part of a huge water system.
But these canals don't really exist, do they? I mean, we've known that for a long time, haven't we?
Well, Lowell started observing Mars in 1894, which is some years ago, and since that time, other astronomers with better equipment have also been looking at Mars.
Observing it.
And observing it, yes. And they haven't seen any canals.
Uh-huh.
And of course, since 1965, we've had fairly good photographs of the surface, you see.
Since 1965?
Yes, since a space probe, Mariner 4, that went past Mars and sent back photographs and measurements. And since 1971, we've had even better photographs from another space probe, Mariner 7.
And no canals?
No, I'm afraid not, no. There are no canals on the photographs.
Could there be life on Mars?
Oh, that's very difficult. That's very difficult. I think there may be some primitive plant life there.
Primitive plant life, but no intelligent life, people like us.
Oh, no, nor any green monsters with eyes in the middle of their foreheads. No chance, no.
Just plant life.
Just plant life, if anything.
Now listen and repeat.
Phonode 5, Exercise 1. Here is a log of the attendance of the second-year groups in the phonode course so far this year. Now answer the following questions. How many units have Group 1A done? Group 1A have done 3 units. How many units have Group 1A missed? Group 1A have missed 2 units. Have Group 1A done Unit 2? Yes, Group 1A have done Unit 2. Have Group 1A done Unit 5? No, Group 1A haven't done Unit 5. How many units have Group 1B done? Group 1B have done 2 units. How many units have Group 1B missed? Group 1B have missed 3 units. Have Group 1B done Unit 3? Yes, Group 1B have done Unit 3. Have Group 1B done Unit 4? No, Group 1B haven't done Unit 4. How many units have Group 2A done? Group 2A have done 3 units. How many units have Group 2A missed? Group 2A have missed 2 units. Have Group 2A done Unit 2? No, Group 2A haven't done Unit 2. Have Group 2A done Unit 5? Yes, Group 2A have done Unit 5. How many units have Group 2B done? Group 2B have done 4 units. How many units have Group 2B missed? Group 2B have missed 1 unit. Have Group 2B done Unit 1? Yes, Group 2B have done Unit 1. How many units have Group 3A done? Group 3A have done 3 units. How many units have Group 3A missed? Group 3A have missed 2 units. How many units have Group 3B done? Group 3B have done 3 units. How many units have Group 3B missed? Group 3B have missed 2 units. How many units have Group 4A done? Group 4A have done 5 units. How many units have Group 4A missed? Group 4A have missed no units. How many units have Group 4B done? Group 4B have done 3 units. How many units have Group 4B missed? Group 4B have missed 2 units. Have Group 4B done Unit 2? No, they haven't done Unit 2. How many units have Group 5A missed? Group 5A have missed 2 units. How many units have Group 5B done? Group 5B have done 4 units. End of exercise 1. Exercise 2. Below is a chart showing the progress of the building of the M4 motorway between London and the Bristol Channel. Now answer the following questions. Question 1. When did they start building the motorway? They started building the motorway on the 10th of December. Question 2. How many miles had they built by the middle of December? By the middle of December, they had built 10 miles of the motorway. Question 3. How many miles had they built by the end of December? By the end of December, they had built 25 miles of the motorway. Question 4. How many miles had they built by the middle of January? By the middle of January, they had built 45 miles of the motorway. Question 5. How many miles had they built by the end of January? By the end of January, they had built 60 miles of the motorway. Question 6. How many miles had they built by the middle of February? By the middle of February, they had built 70 miles of the motorway. Question 7. How many miles had they built by the end of February? By the end of February, they had built 75 miles of the motorway. Question 8. How many miles of the motorway had they built by the middle of March? By the middle of March, they had built 85 miles of the motorway. Question 9. How many miles of the motorway had they built by the end of March? By the end of March, they had built 100 miles of the motorway. Question 10. When did they finish building the motorway? They finished building the motorway on the 17th of April. Question 11. How far had they got by the end of December? By the end of December, they had got as far as Slough. Question 12. How far had they got by the end of January? By the end of January, they had got as far as Newbury. Question 13. How far had they got by the end of February? By the end of February, they had got as far as Filton. Question 14. How far had they got by the end of March? By the end of March, they had got as far as Clifton. Question 15. How far had they got by the middle of December? By the middle of December, they had got as far as Heathrow. Question 16. How far had they got by the middle of January? By the middle of January, they had got as far as Reading. Question 17. How far had they got by the middle of February? By the middle of February, they had got as far as Bath. Question 18. How far had they got by the middle of March? By the middle of March, they had got as far as Bristol. End of Exercise 2. Exercise 3. Phrasal verbs. Take the part of B in the following exchanges. Number 1. We stayed here in Tunis the whole week. So your planned trip never came off. Number 2. Did he tell you what happened? Yes, he came out with the whole story. Number 3. We spent the whole day arguing. And did he finally come round? Number 4. It'll certainly be difficult for them. You think they'll come up against a lot of opposition? Number 5. How did it happen? Well, it came about in the most extraordinary way. End of Exercise 3. Exercise 4. Interview.
When I was at school, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't stand it. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy until I got out.
You make it sound like a prison.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was, a prison. For me, at least. I mean, you know.
A lot of people are talking about the idea of permanent education now.
What?
Permanent education. You know, that we should go on learning until the day we die. that there's never a point when we should stop learning.
Well, I don't think they should make people stay in school longer than they do already.
That isn't really the idea. Nobody wants to make people stay at school. The idea is really that we should let people go on studying until after they're 65. Well, for example, that we should make it easier for people to do this.
Oh, you mean like evening classes and things like that? And people learning languages at local tech?
Well, something like that, yes.
Well, it still sounds crazy to me.
To ask you, if you think this idea of permanent education is practical, can people really go on learning all their lives, even when they're old?
I believe that we're never too old to learn.
Mm.
Of course, there are certain limits, but they're not really age limits.
What kind of limits are they then?
Well, for example, let's say an older person, a man in his 60s perhaps, tries to learn how to play football.
Yes.
Well, it's foolish for him to do that, but that isn't because the man's mind is too old. It's simply because his body is.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it's a physical limit.
Yes, I understand that.
Of course, it's true that as we get older, we may not learn things quite as quickly as we did when we were younger. But we can still learn.
Even when we're old?
Yes, and in fact, I'd go further than that. I think that it's often better to learn many things when one is older.
Mm-hmm.
Look at our schools today.
Mm-hmm.
Half the young people in them don't really want to learn anything at all.
Now listen and repeat.
When I was at school,
Phonode 6. Exercise 1. The past perfect tense in English is used for talking about action done or completed before a particular time, given or understood, in the past. Join the following pairs of sentences into one sentence, beginning after and using this tense. Number 1. We sang some songs. Then we started to dance. After we had sung some songs, we started to dance. Number 2. We ate the meat. Then we started on the cakes. After we'd eaten the meat, we started on the cakes. Number 3. He rang up the client. Then he sent off the order. After he had rung up the client, he sent off the order. Number 4. He took the money. Then he ran away. After he had taken the money, he ran away. Number 5. She broke the plates. Then she started to cry. After she had broken the plates, she started to cry. Six. He completed the paper. Then he gave it to his supervisor. After he had completed the paper, he gave it to his supervisor. 7. He spoke to the crowd. Then he left in an official car. After he had spoken to the crowd, he left in an official car. Number 8. He ran for half an hour. Then he felt tired. After he had run for half an hour, he felt tired. Number 9. He went away. Then they discussed the matter. After he had gone away, they discussed the matter. Number 10. They cut the cake. Then the best man began his speech. After they had cut the cake, the best man began his speech. Number 11. The sun rose. Then the air got warm. After the sun had risen, the air got warm. Number 12. The rain fell. Then the air was deliciously cool. After the rain had fallen, the air was deliciously cool. Number 13. The volcano erupted. Then people started to flee from the area. After the volcano had erupted, people started to flee from the area. Number 14. The atomic bomb exploded. Then radioactive fallout spread over the whole area. After the atomic bomb had exploded, radioactive fallout spread over the whole area. Number 15. He wrote the letter. Then he felt much better. After he had written the letter, he felt much better. Number 16. He was interrogated. Then he was taken back to his cell. After he had been interrogated, he was taken back to his cell. Number 17. He was arrested. Then everybody began to discuss his case. After he'd been arrested, everybody began to discuss his case. Number 18. It was launched. Then it began to malfunction. After it had been launched, it began to malfunction. Number 19. The animal was caught. Then it ceased to struggle. After the animal had been caught, it ceased to struggle. Number 20. It was switched on. Then it began to heat up. After it had been switched on, it began to heat up. End of exercise 1. Exercise 2. Here are the results of the English First Division matches so far this season. Now answer the following questions.
How many matches have Liverpool won so far this season? So far, Liverpool have won 3 matches. How many matches have Liverpool drawn so far this season? So far, Liverpool have drawn 2 matches. How many matches have Liverpool lost so far this season? So far, Liverpool have lost no matches. Did Liverpool lose their first match? No, Liverpool won their first match. Did Liverpool win their third match? No, Liverpool drew their third match. How many matches have Arsenal won so far this season? So far, Arsenal have won 2 matches. How many matches have Arsenal drawn? So far, Arsenal have drawn 2 matches. How many matches have Arsenal lost? Arsenal have lost only 1 match. Did Arsenal lose their second match? No, Arsenal drew their second match. Did Arsenal win their 5th match? Yes, Arsenal won their 5th match. How many matches have Manchester United won so far this season? So far, Manchester United have won 2 matches. How many matches have they drawn? They have drawn 1 match. How many matches have they lost? They've lost 2 matches. Did they lose their third match? No, they won their third match. Did they win their second match? No, they lost their second match. How many matches have Nottingham Forest won so far this season? So far, Nottingham Forest have won only 1 match. How many matches have they drawn? They've drawn 2 matches. How many matches have they lost? They have lost 2 matches. Did they win their first match? No, they drew their first match. Did they lose their third match? Yes, they lost their third match. How many matches have Newcastle won so far this season? So far, Newcastle have won only 1 match.
End of exercise 2.
Matches have they drawn? They have drawn only 1 match. How many matches have they lost? They've lost 3 matches. Did they lose their 4th match? Yes, they lost their fourth match. Did they lose their fifth match? No, they won their fifth match. End of exercise 2. Exercise 3. Take the part of B in the following exchanges.
Number 1. They're not friends anymore.
You mean they've fallen out over something?
Number 2. He's one of the lucky ones.
Yes, he always seems to fall on his feet.
Number 3. She was bitterly disappointed.
You mean all her plans fell through?
Number 4. I'm worried about 4A's progress.
You mean they've fallen behind?
Number 5. I save a bit each month.
That's good. You'll have something to fall back on.
Number 6. He was eager to please.
Yes, he nearly fell over himself trying to help.
Number 7. What was attendance like last week?
I'm afraid it fell off a bit.
Number 8. Did you have any trouble with the ringleaders?
No, they soon fell into line. End of exercise 4. Exercise 4. Interview.
What's your opinion about the Japanese products in America?
Well, it seems to me that the Japanese products in America are selling very well, and that a lot of American companies are in difficulties because the American public seems to prefer the Japanese product.
For example?
Well, you know, a typical example is the car industry. I mean, you know, some years ago, Japanese cars were rare, you know, in America. And now, the American roads and cities are just full of Japanese cars.
What kind of cars?
Well, mostly saloon cars, but I mean, it applies to all kinds of cars. I mean, let's take the Honda company, for example. I mean, 10 years ago, we all knew that Honda was a motorcycle. When you said Honda, people thought of motorcycles. But now, the Honda company is one of the biggest and most successful car companies in America.
I see. And why do you think it's so successful?
Well, I haven't worked in a Japanese company, so I can't really say. But I imagine that it's something to do with motivating the workforce. And then they have what they call quality control circles, so that each part of the factory tries to make sure that the work is of the highest possible standard.
I see. And what do you see as the future of the American companies?
Well, the future of the American companies is rather bleak. If they can't improve their quality control, they'll probably go out of business. I mean, I'll give you an example. I was working in an American company, and we were bringing a product out on the market. And instead of, you know, talking about eliminating all the faults in the product, I mean, there were some faults in the product, they were talking about whether the public would notice these faults or not. I think the situation is very serious.
Now listen and repeat.
7. Exercise 1. The following people are key. Here is a list of their recent trips. Now answer the following questions. Number 1. Which countries has Peter visited recently? Peter has recently visited Italy, France, and the USA. When did Peter visit France? Peter visited France in 1996. Has Peter visited England recently? No, Peter hasn't visited England recently. Number 2. Which countries has John visited recently? John has recently visited France, Egypt, and Britain. When did he visit Egypt? He visited Egypt in 1998. Has John visited Italy recently? No, John hasn't visited Italy recently. Number 3. Which countries has Mary visited recently? Mary has recently visited Libya, Morocco, and Algeria. When did she visit Morocco? She visited Morocco in 1998. Number 4. Which countries has Patrick visited recently? Patrick has recently visited Austria, Italy, and Switzerland. When did Patrick visit Austria? Patrick visited Austria in 1997. Has Patrick visited Morocco recently? No, Patrick hasn't visited Morocco recently.